Yes, a good afternoon, a good afternoon, a good afternoon to you, dear brothers and sisters on the African continent. I hope all is well with you by the grace of the Most High. Lord God Father, being the master architect of all living and non-living things, we give thanks and praise for His loving kindness. He regulates the breath of life, and He purify all the impurities that we execrate as human beings. So, brothers and sisters, let us, call upon God's name in all circumstances and conditions, because He will never leave us. He is always there for us. He is always there to guide us in terms of despairing. Brothers and sisters, fellow Ugandans, indeed we are going through the valley of the shadow of death, but we are not afraid, because the eternal light of the Most High, it is in our midst, and it illuminates each and every, change-loving Ugandans by means of His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. When he speaks the words, the despairing hearts are being rejuvenated, and they can see that which, lies ahead. The more they speak, the consistency they have exhibited as a national unity platform as a whole, it really gives us that hope that even though the struggle, it is so heavy, it is so unpredictable, but by the grace of the Most High, and the deeds being manifested by His chosen one, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and his entire led administration, gives us that glimpse of hope that a new Uganda, it is in our sight. It is attainable so long as we do not slack our belts. Dear brothers and sisters, this is a critical juncture whereby we need to tighten our belts, because we are gearing up for a protestive vote. This is a protestive vote. Whatever you say, you are protesting against the misrule of Dictator Yoweri Museveni, a former refugee from Rwanda, and his led murderous group known as NRA rebels. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting against these greedy leaders, these barbaric leaders. Indeed, this dictator Yoweri Museveni ending barbaric regime is peopled with God-fearing men, in the sense that they conceal themselves behind closed door, and they orchestrate that which is detrimental to God's creation. Brothers and sisters, that is why we regard them as unending barbaric regime. So the newly dawning cosmic regime age, led by His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, it is peopled with God-loving men. They are so lovely in conduct. They are so lovely in their deeds, such that everything is being done in the broad daylight. Their love conceals nothing. They build an headquarter which is transparent. Brothers and sisters, for the past 6 years or 4 years, these people have exhibited what they call leadership. That is National Unity Platform and its entire led administration. Brothers and sisters, this is the political party which Museveni persecutes on each and every moment that passes. He no longer, laying strategies to help people. I'm not saying that we are demanding any service from a regime we ostracized through a ballot box on that day of 14th of January, year 2021. We made that exactly, and we meant it. So our resilience confirms what we decided upon on the 14th of January. So brothers and sisters, global citizens, the people of Uganda are still in demand of the whereabouts of the 18 missing Ugandans. These are Kibalama Johnny Bosco, Cesars Isma, Luwemba Mustaf, Mubiru Hassan, Lukwago Martin, Zimula Dennis, Semudu Michael, Kiria Peter, Nalumoso Vincent, Wangolo Shafik, Msisimbowa, Sempi Jayuda, Damulira John, Kanata Muhammad, Mbabazi Moses, and Baguma Joseph. These missing Ugandans are still missing. We are holding parliamentarians accountable. Why are they conforming to Museveni? Why are they conforming to Museveni's dictates? Museveni, who abducted these people 6 years ago, he is still there as a man imposing himself as the president of the Republic of Uganda. So parliamentarians haven't done a job to which they were assigned to. Brothers and sisters, their priority, one, was to reject Museveni's policies, to which they turn into laws, and they start persecuting Ugandans under the guise of laws. These are not just laws. We are demanding the whereabouts of the 18 missing Ugandans, fellow Africans. We are still demanding the whereabouts of the 18 missing Ugandans. We are still demanding the unconditional release of all political prisoners being held in Museveni's dungeons. Brothers and sisters on the African continent, the rampant abduction of young men and women in Uganda, it is still ongoing. Museveni will never stop. He will never stop because he is a wicked man. He is a wicked man. There is no way he can dialogue in anything. This is the man who is tormented by nomadic mentality, of which they are only excelling in consuming all the resources at their disposal, neglecting the best is that you should cultivate a land for the futuristic consumption. They don't do that, brothers and sisters. Not that they don't know it, they know it exactly, but they are being, influenced by the fact that they do not belong in Uganda, and they know for the fact that the moment we topple their regime, all their spoil will be confiscated by the incoming, cosmic administration led by His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Which is based on the rule of law. An administration that is intended to lead by right and light, as opposed to Museveni's canon lust that fight to fright. His lustness to power have led him to the edge of an abyss. Mr. Museveni, it is undeniable to your conscious mind that what you thought you are toiling for, it is in vain. And the ideology you thought you had concealed, the 200-year master plan, it is all crumbling. It is plummeting the depth. The Kabano Incorporated, a very, very insidious and venomous group created by Museveni in the late 50s to take over Uganda. They have walked their wicked walk. They have killed the Ugandans. They continue to kill Ugandans. They continue poisoning Ugandans. They continue to sterilize the girl child of Uganda in school. That is an indoctrination of Janet Museveni, who is Museveni dictator's wife. Brothers and sisters, their family, it is nothing but a nightmare to Ugandans. From the least to the greatest one, they are all murderers in nature. They are carnivorous in conduct. Brothers and sisters, these are the people who are demonic possessed. They kill an individual and they confiscate even the corpse of that individual and go do some ritual stuffs, such that they can even try to kill the spirit, the soul, and the mind of that individual. They are so wicked to the extent that they are all being blinded. They can even think they can restrain a soul. So, dear brothers and sisters on the African continent, you can see that Mr. Museveni and his entire family, their rate of wickedness is indeed irredeemable. So, brothers and sisters, fellow Ugandans, this is the high time we should rise to the occasion in demanding for just leadership. our esteemed National Unity Platform, they have played a part which has never been seen before in the history of Uganda politics. They have stood their ground. They continue to stand solid on the ground and say that, Mr. Museveni, we are not bought. Our minds are not for sale. You cannot place a price tag on our conscious minds. His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu reminded us the words of Pope, because they always ring true in the minds of the faithful people, that people or dictators, for this matter, can press a price tag on each and everything, but not on a conscious mind, because it is priceless. You cannot determine how much money you should give an individual to stop talking about the matters of his own country. This is the responsibility we ought to take on. We are determined to incur all sorts of ill will. Dictator Yoweri Museveni, you are planning, because that is what you are left with. There is no way you can come and claim to be a just leader. Mr. Museveni, all the things you lied to your fellow elderly people on the African continent, that you were a freedom fighter, that you are fighting for the unification of Africa, that you are fighting for the abolishment of all boundaries. Mr. Museveni, all of these were motivated by a hidden agenda of dominance, to create a dominance of the Tutsi dynasty into East and Central Africa. Mr. Museveni, you cannot reach that goal. You have destroyed souls for nothing. You have plundered the countries in East Africa for nothing. Till I said to you, Mr. Museveni, the international community in which you invest your spoil, they are watching you with a mockery eye. A mockery eye. They say that what kind of wickedness is tormenting this rag, this filthy, old, withered creature? What kind of wickedness is tormenting him? The people, you take your spoil. That is how they regard you. They cannot understand your rate of wickedness, Mr. Museveni. The people of Uganda have been trying so very much not to engage with you militarily. Mr. Museveni, you seem to be so stubborn. But when we listen to the man of God, Apostle A.S.P. Asim of Bible and Politics, reminds us of the events, biblical events that took place in the land of Egypt, whereby Pharaoh, who oppressed humanity, God wanted to show him that you are nothing. Even the sorcerers you are proud of, they are all my creatures. You understand? Oh, the magic understanding. It is all my creation. So, Mr. Museveni, the sorcerers and the witch doctors and all witchcraft you are practicing right now solely to cling on to power won't result in anything positive. The only thing you are left with, it is to come on State Square and seek for forgiveness for all the murderous deeds you have been doing against Ugandans from the 60s up to date. Up to date. Museveni, you're still killing people. We are saying we are not persecuting your offspring, but we are determined. Mr. Museveni, deceive ye not in your old wicked age, even those who ingratiate themselves to a wicked person such as yourself. You cannot go scot-free. Mr. Museveni, you cannot go scot-free. All of you, Museveni sycophants, lest be assured that the long arm of law will search for you. Whenever you will go to hide in the world, the long arm of law will search for you. Brothers and sisters, it is a global village. It is a global village whereby your name, your picture, it is always on the internet. There is a lot of new technology, evolving, whereby a camera can take a picture of yours and identify who you are, where you're from. Just a mere picture without any other biometric scanning, just a mere picture, your identity. The technology can identify you. Brothers and sisters, Mr. Thomas Tayebwa, all of you, stop embezzling Uganda's taxpayers' money. Please, brothers and sisters, philosophy, being the science of estimating value, reminds us that its ideal function, it is to serve as a stabilizing influence in human thought, and by virtue of its intrinsic nature, it should prevent us human beings not to emulate, unreasonable codes of life such as corruption, brothers and sisters. From time immemorial, we were taught that it was an axiom that elderly people is a symbol of leadership, right? Now, philosophy tells us that it is the science of estimating value. The superiority of a state or substance over another is determined by philosophy, that is the introduction, by assigning a position of primary importance to what remain. We know that is secondary has been removed, right? Now, we have an elderly man who is regarded as a leader because of his age, right? That is one of the 27 men who are responsible for destabilizing East Africa from the year 1980 to date. So one of them is Elder Father Sam Kahamba Kutesa. Sam Kahamba Kutesa has been ailing for almost half a year. And he attested before Ugandans that he was relieved by the scientists and medical practitioners in the country, or the Federal German Republic. Okay? In the Federal German Republic. He went on to praise how those doctors worked so hard to revive his life indeed. And he was so thankful towards the Most High, God Lord Almighty, who regulates the breath of life. So he decided that he must thank God by building him a church in Uganda, a country that offered him refugeeship, a country, its natural resources. Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa, Mr. Amama Mbabazi, Mr. Yoweri Museveni, the 27 men of Rwandi origin have plundered all the natural resources of Uganda for the past 45 years, right? So Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa, having failed to get a cancer institute in Uganda that could attend on that disease, he could not find one. He was airlifted, cutters of Uganda's taxpayers' money, took to Germany, spent 6 months there. You can imagine a cancer institute in a country as Germany. So a foreign national, a statesman, and a former civil servant. So let's say that he was paying $2,000 a day on that bed, right? So 2,000 times 6 months, that is equals to how many days? 365 divided by 2, that is 100 and let's say 150 days. $2,000 a day. $2,000 there for more than 6 years. This man has been paying the medical system in Germany. Now, he came back and decided to give back to the people of Uganda who have been facilitating him from his childhood. These 27 men, they attained credible education on Uganda's taxpayers' money. Those are the bursaries which were given to them because they were refugees. Remember, brothers and sisters, they were refugees. They never owned a piece of land. In history, as far as history can attest in their biography, they never owned land. They never owned things. But as we speak, they own almost 75% of all the land in Uganda, this individual. So Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa went to a village where he confiscated each and every land and decided to build a church worth almost 4 billion Uganda shillings, right? 4 billion Uganda shillings. He failed. He did not contemplate that in German, I was never treated in a church. In German, I was never given I did not get anything for free. Everything I paid for. Now, Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa did not put that into mind. This is why philosophy says that the superiority of a state or substance over another is determined by philosophy. Now, where is Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa's superiority of mind, given the age of his, to which that our old teachings tells us a man in his image right now, that is a sign of leadership. So where is leadership in these old men within our sphere of leadership in Uganda? Sam Kutesa, you cannot exonerate him from the conundrum that is engulfing our conscious minds in Uganda as we speak. You cannot exonerate Sam Kutesa from the rampant abduction of Ugandans. You cannot exonerate Mr. Amama Mbabazi from the indoctrinating of the 27 men with the plan they came up with. This is the plan that it is ongoing. The Pandagaris, it is in their program. Brothers and sisters, the superiority of a state over another, it is determined by philosophy. Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa, in all the things that you could give back to Ugandans, you chose a church, all right? These are Rwandese, brothers and sisters. So you all remember in the wake of 1994 Rwanda genocide, Mr. Paulo Kagame, and the script was from the 27 men. He is also part of the 27 men, Mr. Paulo Kagame. Okay, they murdered people in a church. Now, as we speak right now in Uganda, there is an ethnic cleansing that is going on clandestinely, right? Now, they are building new churches whereby they have brought people, the so-called Nyamulenges, they have brought them from the Kivu region of Zaire, and they are now in Uganda. Remember, these people, they can sacrifice thousands of people so that their 10-year goal can get a foothold in the international community. Now, this church, Sam Kahamba Kutesa, has just built. We won't be surprised for weeks to come, and we say that it was set ablaze and 2,000 people were killed in there. In that, they can instigate a tribal sentiment that there are those who are being persecuted by the indigenous Ugandans. Brothers and sisters, do you see how cynical the 27 men are in nature? In nature. Why didn't you, Mr. Sam Kutesa, in your old age, build a cancer institute in Zimbabwe? Do you know how many ranches you have confiscated? You Rwandese in Uganda, the former governmental parastatal companies, agriculture sectors, you confiscated all those things. The Cooperative Union, Sam Kahamba Kutesa, you confiscated it. You control Entebbe International Airport. Sam Kahamba Kutesa, you control Entebbe International Airport. You people, you come, you build a church where you want to kill people and start claiming that there is any, tribal sentiment going on in Uganda. You want to kill Ugandans. Mr. Museveni, we see you. Mr. Museveni, you were there to launch that evil place. That is not a church. That is a congregation of Rwandi Kabano people, M23, to start organizing how they are going to massacre Ugandans on a large scale. Banabudu banange, banamaogola banange, eyo church, banabasajja bagizimbye, nga bagitegese kutandikira kuttira mu bantu. Bobe nyini mubagenda okubeera nga batuula nga babongero bafalasira kike bayita akabano. Nti bateekeddwa tutta mu ngeri bo kubeerawo. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange, ezo church zonna ze mulaba zino z'ababujingo, abo bonna ba M23. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange, bakuba abaana mukaaga masasi, abasajja mukaaga amasasi mu Kampala. Nti bali bagezako okubba ki banka ku Garden City oba kwa Acacia Mall. Okay, kwa Acacia Mall. Naye kwabo abaana abattibwa, wawulirayo family yajja negamba nti ono mwana waffe wao jindi, ono mwana waffe wejindi. Nedda, bana abantu babajeri babatta munzita gye baagalamu creating that kind of fear in our conscious minds. Fellow Ugandans, do you see how reckless and wicked Mr. Museveni and his led Kabano group are? Brothers and sisters, Zinutebazimba Church. These are indoctrination places. You cannot differentiate Mr. Buyungo's, that thing. You cannot differentiate it to Chankwa's indoctrination center. No, it is the same. Credible information indicated that Mr. Bujingo, he is a major in M23 militant forces, right? Now he is posing as a pastor. Remember their country of origin, Mr. Paulo Kagame. He burnt all, those churches, wicked churches, the Bujingo-like churches, the Kayanja-like churches. Mr. Paulo Kagame abolished them all. He abolished them all. Now, they are all flocking into Uganda because they know exactly that these congregants who pretend to be praying throughout the night, these are the machete wielders that initiates the machete spree in Buddu Masaka. Banna Masaka, bana abantu bamuwulira nti basaba mu church ekiro, bano be bafuluma n'ebijambiya ne batematema abatuuze abazalirona aba Uganda, abatuuze bannakabala aba Uganda, abatuuze aba Uganda. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange, ojja kyegendereza nti abawola sente, money lenders, bali attached ku machachi gano. Abawola sente bali attached ku machachi gano. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange, abantu abasiiba mu church, ezo zola basente ze bawayo ne mugamba bano baguba ddalu kiki. Nedda, ezo sente za wa musolo bajja babawadde omutwalo 2, 3, 5 n'abawayo obukadde, zonna ziva mu kofa ya Uganda. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange, NRM oba National Rwandese Robbers Movement bwebe esobola okugenda mu Bank of Uganda nejjayo sente nezuwa mama nabbanja ne mugaa genda ogabira abantu 2,000, 3,000. Lwaki tesobola kuwa 2,000 eza Bujingo abantu 2,000? Mwekyo ekintu kya Bujingo n'abagamba musuule wali okole entuumo abantu bamanye nti sente ziva mu mmwe. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange, bino byonna bizze bikolebwa. Mujjukira mu COVID, Bloody ga pastor bamuta nga bakamala okutta Zebula Mando. Abaana bonna benjogerako bebwayise betukuze tumanyi, betukuze tulaba, betubadde nabo mu ghetto. Okay, bonna babasse bana abasajja ab'amadiini bano. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange, bano basaamu Kahamba Kuteesa, ebyo bye bawoza nti balwadde bakola dda kye bayita emijiji emito egitunyiga. Omwana yakola analysis n'agamba nti abasajja bonna abasavinga mu government bantu babano abasajja 27 kubanga bali myaka gyaffe. 45 and below. 45 and below. Abasajja bano we bawambira eggwanga abaana baabwe bali mu age ezo kakati be bali mu bifo be bali mu rank ez'owaggulu. Walabye nti Sam Kahamba Kutesa yatwalibwa Germany. Former Assistant Inspector General of Police Sam Omala was never airlifted, yet he was a civil servant as Sam Kahamba Kutesa because he is an indigenous Ugandan, and the poison that claimed his life was given to him by dictator Museveni because he knew he executed false orders. He executed orders which are detrimental. Now Museveni is clearing the path. That is his tendencies. He never leave any trail behind. That is why we implore you, all sycophants who are still serving Museveni, release all the vital information. Let us spread it on the internet. Brothers and sisters, release Museveni's information before he kills you. Nobody Mau, wekaziza noja na yenkubulira. Nobody Mau, you have signed a lot of Museveni's murderous agreements. You have been into as a mediator to quell the international community into, with regards to Museveni's murderous regime. Nobody Mau, you know a lot of things. There is no way you can survive Kabano. I heard your mother is a Western Omunyankole, something of that sort. I'm less concerned. But what I know, Mau, oyinza okuba toli mutsayi gwa Banyarwanda nga bayina okutta by all means necessary. Oyina okufa jukira gwo wawaayo olanya ne bamutta, gwo wawaayo Okech ne bamutta, Lokech ne bamutta, Mr. Nobody Mau. Museveni tayinza kuleka ebyosaaga era what you did as to come and revamp or revive Democratic Party, that was a mockery stage, and you introduced to Ugandans omusajja wa Kabano oyo Bokasambinde ube yeita mukasambidde Bokasambinde oyo gwalese as soon as possible amazo mulaga bagenda kunyiga gwe Nobody Mau toyina makulu je bali nedda Nobody Mau bakulimba toyina makulu atoba nawe wennyini okimanyi. You know that for a fact that you cannot escape the wrath of a Rwandi. Nobody Mau, all you've done in backbiting Ugandans, it is coming back to haunt you. Nobody Mau, there is no crime will ever go unpunished. Okay? Mr. Eli Tumwine, yali yawamba Acacia Road. Ngati wali ajitako era bannango obusabwente nga buli mu bwongo buba busabwente. Omuntu yenna Katonda gwewa nti olina kulunda nte ne wesiba ku bannayuganda bafuga toyina kyogenda kufunamu. Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa tukolimira emirundi kasanvu. Mr. Sam Kahamba Kutesa shats musalule mutuyisiza bubi nnyo bikolimo mmwe. Bana mmwe mutuyisiza bubi nnyo nnyo bakitammwe batukoze bubi nnyo ekitogereka. Hey, bachitamwe batukoze bubi nnyo. You have done us very, very wrong. Our country wouldn't be as retarded as it is. No, we are entrepreneurial people. We are vibrant people. We are people who vibrate futuristically. But your nomadic mentality, have retarded each and everything. You are stifling courageous entrepreneurs. You're pushing them out of business. You're pushing them out of business. Okay? You're pushing them out of business. You kill them. Labachi wakoza abana bomundeba. Olokubo yagala ettaka eryo. Olokubo yagala ettaka eryo. Kyemuzize mukola kwokya muliro. Banyaza ne baganda bange. Batubulire walawuliddeyo nti polisi ya Uganda ekubulidde okuva ku muliro gw'ekicwamba paka ku gw'omundeba ogw'eggulo. Uliofunye conclusive report. No ulia munabi abufuzi ajja kugamba Lozias Mukasa ojjo tugamba ebintu ebyekisiru nti omuliro gwavudde ku sigiri gutuli mu state tubulire ebyo mbuli mukulembeze fe otubulire nti muliro gwavudde ku sigiri kisoboka. Omuliro gwa sigiri omanyi pesiko gutambulira gwe Mukasa ani omanyi omuliro gwa sigiri pesiko gutambulira eryanda erimo koleza bulitize mbaawo omanyi kyetagisa. Lozias Mukasa simanya gwani walubaga waliwo MP walubaga ojja oleta diplomacy. My friend, fe
tusitula abantu kuwaba kujja abantu sajja protestive vote ate gwe gyosiga akazigo ng'oyogera politics ate ng'oli muvubuka muto. Mumwagala okussa abakulembeze mwe bisajja mmwe muleta diplomacy ow'ekisiru ojja ogamba abantu mbu sigiri tewafumbira sigiri mu kifo ky'okugamba abasuubuzi nedda owino baali bagitwala gwasooka kwaka tewali kye balina kukolerawo mwezimbire mukole ki temusaba gavumenti kintu kyonna temusaba investigation ya police no basuubuzi bannange ate basuubuzi ayimisiri musuubuzi basuubuzi banasite mwagala kwefuula ate bagalabi obusajja butumalawo nga mutunula nuli omusajja gamba embaawo zange biliyoni 2 meka zifiiridde muno osaba gavumenti towa musolo omusajja gwe omanye empoza gyowa buli lunaku omusajja w'embaawo ow'omundeba omanye empoza gyowa buli lunaku kati gende bwayise bagenda zooca nazo bazazooca tewali gwe bagenda kuleka bano batemu ate basiru kati ekyaba okisezza embaawo kubikkirira kukwata kwa Edi Mutwe balikkirira bakutte omukuumi wa president balikkirira batta n'abantu okubikkirira. Nze nkugambye bannayuganda bwe tuba tetumaze kwejjamu kintu kino mbu ate nsaba gavumenti mbu ate mpita poliisi yennyini yeri responsible ku bikolobero ebitukolwako teri mulala omusajja oyo amala yazoganya Lwabiiso ate Lwabiiso is none of my business. oyo Lwabiiso be batusiyeko mu 7 tusiya 100 master plan yalaga nti Lwabiiso yali talina kuyitwako era byonna byakola it's based on a quid pro quo. bibuuze kyekisajja kirukwago mu Lord Mayor Mayas Lord Mayor nga mutusibyeko ekisajja ki mu 7 kitta abantu gwe Lord Mayor ojja oli awo kabakaba n'obuziga Marine kyakabira ku front line gwe Lukwago tetulina sympathy nonsensical twagala kintu kimu kujja mu 7 mbuyinza National Unity Platform mwe Lukwago mwe mugirimiriro jitta teri mulala oggulawo ti kibiina PPF yet you claim to be soliciting for United Forces of Change. Why don't you join a school with a center with its own properties? School of leadership. Just enroll yourself so that we can de-indoctrinate you. They can de-indoctrinate you, Mr. Lukwago, the so-called Lord Mayor. Bisajja mwe mutukola bubi nnyo bisajja mwe muli bibi nnyo. Charles Peter Mayiga n'otega obunnyo n'oginika n'ojja n'osekaseka obuseko bw'ekirogo ng'oli mu kwogera nsonga z'abantu ezibalumya emitwe. Charles Peter Mayiga n'ojja ng'okudaala omwemu entukira maaso g'abantu empisa eziraga nti ono yakuzibwa mu Buganda. Ate oba basajja mwe maani mwagala kutta abakulembeze baffe. Catholic Church esirise lwaki ekitebe kimu kye bazoganya? Where is the balance? Religious people are meant to harmonize the society. So why is it so imbalancing? Are you not concerned for the persecution of National Unity Platform? How comes they are not allowed to practice their political activities as it is well enshrined in the Constitution of Uganda? Are you not concerned, religious leaders as a whole? We are imploring you to stand and tell Museveni that this is a democratic dispensation, all right? Multi-party dispensation, whereby the Constitution gives the right to any registered political party. If the Constitution allocates money for that political party, then why is it that the executive infringes on its rights? Don't you think that is a matter to be addressed by religious leaders? Do you mean National Unity Platform has no congregants that congregate in your denominations respectively? People, you people in gown and caps, I'm talking about in Uganda boundaries. Stop that hiccup hypocrisy. Jesus taught in the broad daylight. Jesus never dialogued with the fallacies. Jesus never dialogued. He never dialogued, no. He came to fulfill the 10 commandments. He came to fulfill the 10 commandments. I came not to destroy, but to fulfill those. Okay? So the 10 commandments states, thou shalt not kill. Why does Museveni kill as he please? In front of your eyes, religious leaders. In front of your eyes. In front of your eyes. His Excellency, he posted asking himself, they abduct us. They expect us to love them. They hate us. They do all sorts of despicable deeds against us. But they expect us to speak with them with a loving voice, with a romanticizing voice. Are they worthy to be romanticized? Are they good looking? How about their deeds? Should we hold them in high regards? On what basis? On what basis? Should we keep quiet? The silence will bring the change we are agitating for. No, it won't. Speaking up and hating them, it is the only way we can reach the goal we want. They hated us. Museveni killed 2.5 million Ugandans. Those are indigenous Ugandan in the war that brought him into the war that made him to capture Uganda's political institution, right? It was never listed as a genocide because he had the influence on BBC. He had the influence on BBC up to date. The massacres are not being revealed to the general public. This man has been poisoning prominent leaders on the continent of Africa like nobody's business. He's doing that in whose interest? Me and you will soon get to know as we continue to observe the unfoldment of these political events. My brothers and sisters, we stood to the ground. His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu said that inclusivity, it is the only mentality that will propel us to take Museveni out of our political institutions. Brothers and sisters, do not leave any stone unturned. My brothers and sisters, this is Thomas Tayebwa. Thomas Tayebwa, he deputizes the wicked Anita Among. He also went, instead of building a school or a hospital in the place he claimed to be representing in the August House, instead he as well built a very, very big church worth of 5 billion Uganda shillings. This is the very Thomas Tayebwa who went and allocated himself alongside the anti-melanin woman Anita Among, wicked in spirit. They allocated themselves 4 billion Uganda shillings to procure generators for their private homes. Cut us of Uganda's money. You can see the embezzlement that gives us sleepless night. You can see the misappropriation of taxpayers' money. You can see the institutionalized corruption into a place which is meant to legislate policies for the well-being of Ugandans. Now, if we say that we are no longer contented with man-made creed, our heart cries out for freedom. We feel something stirring within our being, something akin to what we were taught to look upon as a faraway ruler of righteousness. Indeed, a supreme ruler of earth and sky, whose nature is divine, though at times vindictive and violently provoked. By the application of common sense, man has learned to discriminate between false teaching and true knowledge. He is no longer held in bondage by the voice of fear. His heart cries out for freedom. His heart cries out for freedom. Oh, freedom! Come to those who fight, but not to those who cry. For the more we cry, the more our people continue to die. So we must rise and defend our rights. Brothers and sisters, protestive vote. It is the only opportunity we have in order to do away with these hypocrites. Brothers and sisters, it is a protestive vote. We voted 2021 and we chased Museveni out of our political institutions. Brothers and sisters, we are protesting for what we will do for. We are protesting against the rampant abduction of Ugandans. We are protesting the unconstitutional incarceration of Ugandans. We are protesting the continued sterilization of the girl child of Uganda being facilitated by Museveni's wife, Janet Kataha Museveni. Janet Kataha Museveni. She enforces immunization into Uganda's infancy because they want to control the birth rate. Because they are intimidated. They have done all they wanted to do, but they are few in number. They are not increasing. Tulula said to you, the Lord said that you will never multiply. You will be few in number. You remnants of the Nephilim spirit. It is manifested in a family of dictator Museveni. You have massacred the Ugandans, or the wicked man. You continue killing Ugandans. Fellow Ugandans, protestive vote means exactly to remove Museveni. To remove Museveni. Brothers and sisters, why don't we protest? Why does NRA continue persecuting National Unity Platform? Why do they continue persecuting National Unity Platform? Brothers and sisters, Kunga, Diaspora Kunga, Kunga, Diaspora Kunga, Kunga, Diaspora Kunga. I got a proposal, dear brothers and sisters. In conclusion, I got a proposal. Oh, brothers and sisters in diaspora, if we do not reignite demonstration, Museveni is not gonna stop from kidnapping our people. We all remember when we were demonstrating, kidnaps were eased up a little bit. But now that Mr. Mathias Mpuuga, Mr. Charles Peter Mayiga, Mukasa Mbidde, they infiltrated all National Unity Platform diaspora leadership. How did they manage to do that? They managed to do it because most of diaspora leaders are affiliated to Buganda Kingdom, right? Mathias Mpuuga and Charles Peter Mayiga, they do have influence. So ASP Asimi of Bible and Politics Apostle, he came and said that Mr. Paulo Kagame, Mr. Museveni went to Paulo Kagame and say, you know what? I'm out of cash. Now, Mr. Kagame decided to facilitate the demoralizing of political activists on the internet and the quelling of the diasporan leadership not to demonstrate anymore. Brothers and sisters, are they not getting there successful? Tell me one diaspora leadership that is calling for demonstration apart from Britain. In Canada, even Canada is no longer as vibrant as they were. Okay? Mr. Kagame, by means of Bokassa Mbinde, who claim to be Mukasa Mbidde, these are the people who are using Rwanda's taxpayers' money to infiltrate National Unity Platform in diaspora. So, the headquarter, we are imploring that at least the best way to defend it is to attack. Why don't we attack Museveni? Let us check Museveni. Kabirizi, dear Mr. President. Let us check Mr. Museveni. Why isn't it National Unity Platform? We are suggesting, we are not commanding, but we are suggesting. How about if National Unity Platform call upon the international community, international media, and the entire continent and tell them that we are setting an ultimatum that Mr. Museveni should release all political prisoners and bring the 18 missing Ugandans, and he shall be given 48 hours, because that is what the law, that is what the Constitution allows to any accused person to be presented before the courts of law. he or she to plead guilty or to be proven guilty or acquitted, right? So why doesn't we? And on that day, diaspora leadership and NUP leadership should make it that on that day we are going to demonstrate at home and in diaspora. At home and in diaspora. Mr. President, there is a mixed feeling that politicians are generating in the general minds of the people. We need to attack Museveni. We need to attack Museveni. We need to attack Museveni. Let this be as a mitigation of Museveni's spreading his, blood-stained hands on our innocent people. Brothers and sisters, let us demonstrate in unison, diaspora and Uganda. Diaspora and Uganda. Diaspora and Uganda. Let us all organize together. We are imploring Secretariat humbly to look into this suggestion so that we can reignite Mr. Museveni. This is the protestive vote. There is no way we are going to protest after dropping a ballot box without go into the trials of a real protest. Mr. President, let us check Museveni. Let us organize a trial to check Museveni, how heavy he is. How many balls does he have? That old wicked man. How long can he hold the urine? That old wicked man. Mr. President, let's check the rag. Let's check the rag. Let's check the rag, Mr. President. This guy is wicked. Can Muhoozi run 5 kilometers? That swine-like being. Can he run 5 kilometers? Can he run 5 kilometers? Let's check these wicked people, Mr. President. Let's check them. Let's check them. After all, they kill us. Brother Miguna, General Miguna, wagambi bawadde bakuwa eddagala. Blood, obobutwa. General Miguna, tandika okwekolaku, yongeze teas, mululuuza, kigaji, n'amazzi, obisumuleyo byonna, n'amanda. Saga radio, no. Amanda agafumba, chako. Blood. Ebyo si ddagala bakuwanga bajjawo omukwano kuwa eddagala. Bwe baba basobola okuba nabaana eddagala munnabaana abato baleka okuzaala kati bawa batya Miguna gwe bamanyi Jeno okusinziira ku interview gye wakoze n'obagamba ndi Jeno kyemunkola kyonna kyekyo senior obwo babadde bakuba butwa toloba maje toloba yongeza bwongeza teas, yongeza bwongeza mululuuza, yongeza bwongeza kigaji, yongeza bwongeza amanda agafumba, gasekule mu bando oganywe, ogayuweka amazzi. N'amazzi ga steaming ebu steaming tonywa gali, gaba gazitowa nnyo, steaming amazzi gali steamed. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange bakulaga nti emigaati gyonna gye mulya nti gyonna abasajja bagiteekamu obutwa bikidde walime bya naleero wuliriza ASP asime. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange ojja kutegeera kye bayita obubi bw'akabano. Ojja kutegeera kye bayita obubi bw'akabano. Ojja kutegeera kye bayita obubi bw'akabano. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange protestive vote etegeeza nti singa Museveni kubakulembeze baffe ab'enkiza akwatako n'omu muganda wange tobaawo gw'olinda kugamba nti tandikirawo okutwala abakuumi b'omukulembeze waffe baagala kukwata ku ye baagala muteeka ku gagalo. Mwanyinaze ne muganda wange tulina okwekalakaasa. Kuno kwe kutandika okwekalakaasa. Tojja kusobola kuŋŋamba nti tujja kwekalakaasa nga tumaze ossuula akalulu nga tetuneegezaamu. Mr. President, tuwa checking Mr. President. Tosobola kudefendinga nga tokola attack. Nedda. Tuli ba sportsmen. Tu attackinge bana abasajja Mr. President. Tulina legitimacy. Go to amaanyi. Nti we are indigenous. Let us do it. The international community is full aware how persecuted we are. How tormented we are. Mr. President, The reason we implore you to call up on SABC, to call up CNN, to call up BBC, it is to exonerate yourself, because what we're going through, Museveni still have influence in the international, organizations, right? Namely, the United Nations, East African Community, maybe even in the Pan-African Parliament, because they are not responding to the information we received. ASP Asime came and told us that the reason why, maybe the reason this international community are not responding publicly, because Museveni does not pay membership fee in these bodies. Yet they allocate money for foreign troops, for foreign trips, for these their official nonsensical. Okay, Museveni take all that money and buy buildings and buy more weapons. Right now, he was advised by Mr. Putin and Mr. Of China, President of China, that he should not pay. He should not pay United Nations so that they can chase him away. If they chase him away, he can kill us as he pleases. Right? So, fellow Ugandans, you men of nobility, check into that. Check into that. Museveni must not isolate us. Museveni is not Uganda. We should be abided by the bodies that oversees the well-being of humanity on the continent of Africa. Let us implore Pan-African Parliament to check Museveni, to hold Museveni accountable. Brothers and sisters, information indicated by means of ASP Asime Baiban Politics that Mr. Museveni assured his fellow Kabano people that do not panic. Our international relations are being mended by Myriad Black. That is Museveni's international relations manager, right? She is based either in Netherlands, Holland, or in Netherlands, Holland, or Sweden. She's either Swedish or Ned. Okay, that woman, Myriad Black. That is the person. That is the woman who block all Ugandans' petitions, right? She is on Museveni's payroll. Brothers and sisters, we have some Kyrgyzmen in Britain who are just withering the struggle of Ugandans. So fellow Ugandans, let us raise our voices. The international community cannot act on our side if we are dormant. If we are not doing anything in our power to remove dictator Museveni. This is a former refugee, brother, for heaven's sake. How can we be contented that we are being ruled over by a former refugee, well known, a man who is not traceable in Uganda? We are contented. What? We are contented. We are contented. Where is our salt? Where is our salt? Where is our salt? Where is the worthiness of our salt? Dear Lord, we are not despairing. Dear Lord, give us courage. Dear Lord, give us courage, protection, loving kindness, and the courage to take on Museveni, even militarily. If the elites fail to come to the street and join the foot soldiers, then we will have no choice but to go into a civil war, which will be nasty. And I pray, God, do not allow that to happen. Because, brother, we cannot allow Museveni to take our country. No, that is unthinkable.